Ever since I was a child, I've loved automobiles. My father drove a V8 Dodge, big old shiny wheels. To him it was just transport with little to endear. But that old car would set the course for me throughout the year. Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars. Be it Ford or GM or be it a Mopar. People, power and passion, you know that is our deal. So tune into our TV show with Rusty at the wheel.
Brad, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Hey, mate. Yeah, good, thanks, mate.
That's good. Now we're at the Bathurst weekend. We're at your property. You've got a Bathurst weekend going on. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, we're old Bathurst campaigners from way back. Used to go to Bathurst for about 20 years, some of the boys here. We stopped going to Bathurst and started having it here about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Bit of a car show and bike show and drink up, you know, and the rest of it. And all weekend party.
All right, so you've got a bit of a setup going on. Tell us about your setup.
Yeah, so we got a bit of a marquee and a setup there, and we used to have a band every year here, but this year we just got tunes and that's it.
And also you got a bonfire going on.
Yeah, we got a bit of a bonnie there.
So who's the fire warden?
Usually me.
All right.
Pour about 40 litres of fuel on it and set it up.
Great weekend for a good bunch of both family and friends to get together to actually enjoy Bathurst and a real grassroots kind of stuff, I reckon.
Boys from the bush and we're back in town.
You've got a mean machine behind us, a C10, 1975, mate. This is an awesome looking truck.
And I bought the car when I was 18, drove it for a couple of years, took it off the road and said, yeah, 6 months, just give it a bit of a freshen up, you know. Turned into about 17 years and 200,000 later.
That's a lot of money pouring into a car. Break it back down again. When you first got it, when you were about 17, 18, what was it like and what condition?
It was actually a good, tidy truck.
Yeah.
And had a 350 in it. I ended up running it into the ground. I just drove it to work every day and I didn't fix it. And then I said, right, it's coming off the road, getting it freshen up. And that's when we started. So we redid the arse end again. It's got full competition engineering housing, 35 spline axles and a true track locker and full floating hubs, Moser axles and all that gear in it. A 2-speed power glide moving to the front, full manual with a trans brake and all that setup. Line locker also on the stick. It's an 8.2 litre.
8.2 litre.
So yeah, it was a 502. We bought it out a little bit and it's actually a 509. It's got 345 CFM AFR heads on it. It's got a pretty off-chops cam in it. It's got all roller gear and 871 blower, 2 950 Hollies on the top. It's probably close to 1,000 horsepower.
That's a lot of horsepower.
Yeah.
That is a lot of horsepower.
Just a good cruiser.
Yeah.
You know? It just got out of control, I suppose. Everything I did, my mate Wayne Fogarty, who did most of the work on it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everything we did with it, he'd say we'll do this, and I said, yeah, but what about if we do this, it'll be heaps better, and we just kept getting better and better, and everything was off chops by the end of it.
Yeah.
It's a weapon.
Well, it looks like a weapon, to be honest. Okay, and what have you done with the rear tub liner itself?
Yeah, so Fog looked at it. We had it as low as I thought we could get it.
Yep.
And it had an airbag kit just under the back. And he was looking at it, he said, do you reckon it's low enough? And I said, well, that's as low as we can go. And he said, no. He said, you'd cut the chassis at the back of the cab, lift it up into the floor of the tub, lift the floor up. And he did all that work, and it's just grouse. You know?
All right, so as a, what would you call him, a fabricator or a worksmith? Has he done?
Genius.
Yeah.
Anything he works on.
Yeah.
Just like he can make anything, bike, car, and he can make it look good too.
Yeah.
You know?
And how'd you go fitting everything in like from the engine into the engine bay?
Oh, that's all stock in the front. These take big blocks, like they come out with them.
Yeah.
And they sit in there like a treat.
All right, so did you paint the car as well?
The bloke that painted it, Bopper, from up in, he's down in Greensboro. So he painted it. Bloke Craig Nichols, he did a lot of panel work on it.
Yeah.
For about 6 months or more he was working on it. Then things changed, it parked up for a bit, and then my mate Luke Evans, he did the rest of the work on it.
Yep.
Up at Wallen Smash. I'm on and off 4 or 5 years solid work on it.
Okay, now for a big spend dollar car, What do you do with it? You take it to shows, or you
Yeah,
drive
I've
it, or
been
what do
to
you
A
do?
couple of shows. There's still a couple of the little things here and there I want to do.
Yep.
Tidy up here and there. But driven it a few times, a couple of shows. We had a car show for our mate who died back in January.
Yep.
Good mate of ours, Brett Greaves, and we used to call him Captain Bathurst.
Yeah, okay.
He'd been to Bathurst for 20 years and he'd love this day. That's another big thing about Bathurst every year from now on, because old Captain Bathurst isn't here with us, but yeah. The Brett Greaves Memorial Car and Bike Show.
Right, is it on every year?
It will be from now on, yeah. It's a big weekend, and that was the first show I'd been to, yeah.
All right. Well, Brad, I want to say thank you for inviting us to your house to experience Bathurst from the grassroots point of view.
Yep.
And thanks for being on Bumper to Bumper.
No worries, Rossi. Thanks for coming.
What he'll say. G'day, g'day. How you going?
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
We're at Brad's Barbecue for Bathurst, and you're watching Bumper to Bumper.
Ollie, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Yeah, good, thanks. Yeah, not too bad.
Good to hear. And young Aaron, how are you, mate?
Thank you.
That's good. Now, we're here at a little bit of a show and shine, actually, for Bathurst, a group of guys with their family and friends to come down and to watch Bathurst over the weekend. You're down here, Ollie?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we do it. Oh, nearly every year, you know.
You've brought your 1977 Alex Tirana here. Beautiful looking turned out car, mate.
Yeah, thanks, yeah. It's come up really nice, yeah. Bought it as a roll and shell. Sat in the shed for quite a few years till I got a few bucks together, as we all know. They cost lots of money. Yeah, once I got started, I went pretty hard on it, thanks to a few good people that I know.
And who are those few good people there? Might as well give them a plug.
Wayne Fogarty done all the work to it. Jamie Beattie sprayed it for me, done all the panel work and so forth. Yeah, so thanks heaps to those blokes.
That's good, that's good. And what was the condition of the car when you first got it then?
Wasn't real good. It looked good under the paint, but
Yeah,
you know, as we all know, once you start blasting them and taking them back to bare metal, you open up a can of worms. You know, you end up taking the whole rear beaver panel off the back and replacing all that. Oh, I mean, you know, it wasn't too bad considering. You know, you find some real bad ones out there. It wasn't too bad.
Well, it's like a lot of things, especially with a hatchback, to get all the water coming down the back into the sides and the rest of it. You're going to have some issues there anyway. And paint or no paint, you don't know any car until it's stripped back to bare metal. And that's when you get nervous.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do? You just keep going.
That's
you
it.
know?
Well, you've
Once
invested
you
so
started,
much.
you know, yeah, you just go.
What's it running?
It's running 308, stroke to a 355.
Yeah.
Got a M21 4-speed in it that's been beefed up to obviously handle a bit more horsepower. And 9-inch diff in it.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, the running gear's pretty good. Yeah.
Now, why have you gone to the 355 stroke? Is that because it still remains the originality of the car, but you can still get a lot more horsepower out of it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you open the bonnet, it still looks like a stock 308 pretty much. Yeah. So yeah, and a bit more punch.
Yeah. We all like a little bit more punch, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Aaron, obviously you look as happy as punch, to be honest. I don't know if because you've been on Bumper to Bumper or standing next to Rusty, or I don't know, who knows, mate. But how do you like the car?
Yeah, it absolutely hammers along.
Yeah? How would you know? You don't drive it, do you?
Well, sit in the passenger seat, goes all right.
Yeah. And has Dad picked you up from school in it?
Oh, yes, a few times.
And what would all your kids say at school?
Is that your dad's car?
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I pick up my daughter in my Sandman, and all the other kids look at it and love it, so that they think it's great.
Yeah.
So it makes you pretty properly at school.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good.
Especially if you've got a few chicks around.
Ah. Mate, I wasn't even going to go down that line because I thought you might be a little bit too young to be talking about chicks. How old are you?
11.
Oh, look, things have changed since I was a kid, I can tell you.
He's high school next year.
Oh, mate, you want to start saying, Dad, can I have the keys?
Yeah, maybe. Maybe later on.
All right, well, you're going to enjoy yourselves here at the, let's say, the big barbecue bash for Bathurst for 2017. Yep. I hope you have a great time. Don't get too intoxicated, so to speak. But I want to say, Aaron, thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
That's all right, mate.
Big handshake. Ollie, all the best, mate. Nice to meet you, and you have a great weekend.
Good on you.
Okay, cheers. Okay, Brett, g'day and welcome to Bumper. How you going?
Good, Rusty, thanks.
Now, you've brought along your 1971 XY Ford Ute.
Yeah, it's pretty sort of stock standard, original colour, true blue, 351.
Yep.
Top loader, 9-inch not yet, but coming.
Oh, what's it got in it at the moment?
XE LSD in it.
All right, so
Yeah.
that's the way they come out in the factory for those cars.
No, it's actually,
Been changed.
been changed. So, probably build a 9-inch for it and, go
Alright.
from there.
How long you had the car for?
Probably about a year and a half.
Oh, only new.
Yeah,
Well, you'd use it as a daily driver or
pretty much, yeah.
pick up the hay?
Pick up there's a bit of hay in the back. Pick the kids up from school, but just a cruiser.
Yeah, okay. So what made you go down that line? Because are you into classic cars or not? I'm not quite sure where you are on this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
I've got another car, an XB, but that's
Yeah.
a project in the making sort of thing. So
Yeah.
pretty much stock standard. I might sort of tickle the motor up a bit. So yeah, but it's all money.
Yeah, well, that's right. Look, there's a difference between having a daily driver, which is a classic, which is still great, I think, is a great idea,
Yep.
right? And then over a period of time, either you want to do it up or just leave it as it is.
Yeah, just at the minute, I'll just leave it as it is.
Yeah.
Still clean over time. Yeah, bits and pieces here and there. Yeah.
All right, now you're a big Bathurst fan?
Yes, we used to go up years ago, but
Yeah.
sort of all getting a bit older now, so we're all slowing down, so stay closer to home.
Yeah. And who are you going for this year? You obviously you're forward, aren't you?
Yeah, it'll be a Ford, I think. Yeah.
Any particular driver who you want to root for?
Oh, not particularly. No,
you don't care.
just as long as the Ford gets up.
Now, will you be awake Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock to watch the end of it?
Probably not. Probably not.
Because it's going to be a big weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Let's be honest.
Yep, it is. It's already started, so yeah.
All right, Brett, I'm not going to stop you from the festivities anymore. I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Good on you, Rusty.
Great looking ute. Love the colour too.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
All right,
Yep,
cheers.
appreciate it.
Jeff, g'day and welcome to Bumper. How you going?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
Yeah, very good. Big Bathurst weekend. Why have you attended this event?
They're both my friends and also the car show, and it's for a friend of ours that died earlier in the year. All of us get together, and for his sake of it, he's one of the ones that organised the first Bathurst get-together, so in memory of him.
It's going to be a big event. It's a good mateship, bondship, isn't it?
Very good. Everybody that turns up here are very close, and everybody stays on the property. No one goes home intoxicated. If they do, they've got drivers that pick them up, but most people stay, camp the night, whatever. Yeah, so it's all good.
All right, now we're sitting behind a beautiful Chevy, a 65 Super Sport.
That's correct, yes.
Now, you own this vehicle?
I do.
All right, tell me, how long have you owned it for?
Just over 20 years I've owned the car. It was just a stock 283 Powerglide white when I bought it with white interior, and hence the work that's been done to it over the last 20 years. It's been painted for about 19 years now. So, and I'll just keep adding to it. Now I've got the poor girl up for sale.
Why have you got it up for sale? After 20 years, mate, it's like a long marriage.
Oh, mate, yeah, it really hurts. This is the first time I've driven it since the 4th month of 2016, and just sits in the shed with a cover over. It's just too good a car to waste, and I think someone else could probably get some enjoyment out of it like I have over the past 20 years.
How much you buy it for 20 years ago? Because this just blows my mind.
I paid $5,000 for the car about 21 years ago.
All right, what was the condition of the car?
No, it wasn't real bad at all. It had a little bit of rust in the bottom of the quarter panels, which they get. Other than that, pretty clean.
Yeah, it is very clean. The interior in this car is exceptional as well. Looks really, really nice. What's happening in there?
That's all original except for the carpet and roof line. I painted the dash, but the seats and door trims and that are all original from 65.
That's amazing, because actually it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it is in good condition, and it's rare, a white car with white interior. Most of them come out with black interior, and this one was a rare one with white interior. Everybody I've spoken to, no one else has seen one with factory white interior.
What are you doing with the engine here? Because obviously you've got some big stuff happening.
Yeah, it's a supercharged 454 with all the good gear in it, built strong for racing. I've drag raced it prior to rebuilding the engine again a couple of years ago, which has only done probably 250 kilometres since rebuild. And it was running 1150s on street tyres with the old carbies and that on it. So now it'd be a good low 11, high 10 second car now on the quarter with slicks. All mechanically is all new. Engine, transmission, diff, axles, everything's all new.
Fantastic. Sounds like a good buy for someone.
To let it go does hurt, but you know, it's time to move on, and hopefully someone that interested buys a nice car and gets some enjoyment out of it.
Now, with all that power, what's the car like to drive?
Absolutely excellent. It is just so smooth, it's quiet, but you put your boot into it, it gets up in boogies. It's about 750, 760 horsepower.
Mate, that's a lot of horses.
Yeah, it is, and it's comfortable. And it's still very streetable. It's you drive it on the street, not a problem.
Yeah, okay.
Fully manualised auto and that, and it's a race glide and everything in it. But it's still all streetable. It's not too hot for the street. It doesn't overheat, nothing like that. It's absolutely very nice to drive on the road.
All right, so this is obviously being road registered as it stands?
It did. Registration was blown 65, hence when the club registration come out, I club regoed it because the car even then wasn't getting driven that much. So I was going to waste, and it works out cheaper for insurance as well.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's good. Now, why do they call your Uncle Chev for?
Well, I've had Chevs all my life, and yeah, it's just a nickname that was given to me because everybody just knows me with Chevs, and yeah. And Brent, a friend of mine that's here today, his children were born, and then he said, yeah, Uncle Chev, so that's where that's come into it.
All right, well, I want to say, Uncle Chev, thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. Beautiful car, sad to see you go, but hopefully it goes to a good home, someone to look after it.
Exactly, thank you, and it's a good show, and we watch it all the time.
Bumper to bumper, we love them old cars.
Okay, Brett, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yep, very good. You've brought along your GS.
Yep.
XW 1970 Ford.
1970, yep.
Well done, mate. Beautiful looking car, might I say.
Thank you. Bought it about 8 years ago from a guy from Layla. It was on Australian Muscle Cars. It had been damaged, so got it and fixed her up there.
Oh, what was the damage to the car when you first got it?
Been hit on the left-hand side. The motor had spun a bearing.
So that didn't worry you buying a car that's been damaged?
No, I got it for a pretty good price, so yeah. Yeah, and I just, like look at the car and had all the good gear in it.
You've done the work yourself to this car?
No. Luke Evans from Wallen Smash Repairs done all the panel work on it.
Yeah.
Mick Mildrum and Wayne Cartledge from Race Cup Motorsport built the engine.
Yeah, okay.
And put it all back together, and that was about 8 years ago.
All right, so you've had this on the road for about 8 years?
Yeah, yep.
All right, and you're happy with the finished product, of course?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's good fun.
Right. And what do you do with the car? Do you get out the car shows?
No, sometimes. Mainly just take the kids out for a spin and go for lunch somewhere. And,
okay, so you're not worried about that whole group thing and going out in car shows and meeting people, I suppose. Just more of a family guy who just likes to do it with his family.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, there's a few boys here who got cars, so we catch up and all go out, and it's good.
Yeah, but the boys that here at Brad's BBQ, you're not in all in one car club?
No.
Just mates with cars and just join it that way.
Yeah, we just sort of ring each other and say we're going for a drive. And
cuts out a lot of the bureaucracy of, let's say, what car clubs can be at some point in time.
Yeah, that's right.
Not all of them, but some.
Yep. So, no, it's good fun.
This is not an original GS,
No.
so what have you done to make it into a GS, and to what extent?
No, not much really. It's just the stripes. I like to look at the stripes, the GS stripes, so just put the stripes on it. And
You want to put a set of GDS Monaro stripes on it?
No, not at all. So it's original Fairmont.
Yep.
Original colour. Was a 6-cylinder.
Original 6, and what have you done with it now?
Put a 393 stroker in it. Makes about 550 horses. So
you don't muck around with these horses. I've got to say, everyone all the mates here, they don't mind about having a bit of big horsepower behind them, do they?
No, we all love it. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
So,
you don't try and drag each other or anything like that, do you?
No.
No. That sounds so convincing.
Yeah, no, we do. Yeah, we have a little play every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Good fun.
Yeah. Within the legalities is what needs to be done anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right, Brett. Well, I want to say I'm holding you up from the barbecue and the big Bathurst race meet today. It's that day. I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper.
Thanks very much.
Nice, beautiful car, and enjoy your day and don't get too drunk.
Thank you.
All right, cheers, mate.
We can climb so high. I never wanna die. Well, said she would be down, I bet I'll do it in my head.
All right, Rhonda, g'day and welcome to Bumper to Bumper. How you going?
I'm well, thank you, Rusty.
That's good. Now, we're here at Brad's BBQ for Bathurst.
Yes,
and
an annual event.
Annual event. You'll come along. Great to see that you've brought your Impala, Bel Air along,
Bel Air,
sorry.
1963 Bel Air, Chevy Bel Air.
Now, what got you into cars, first of all?
My partner.
Yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I love driving this. I don't drive it very often, but yeah, beautiful car. I love the colour, and it's a sweet car. It's like a girl's car. It's not a
Okay.
blokey car.
But it's a fairly big car though.
It's big for me, but yeah, out in the open roads, it's great.
All right. Now, do you love the attention that you get from driving such a classic cruiser?
I'm concentrating on the roads to really notice, but I'm sure that there are people out there that will turn their heads.
Well, don't they wave and give you a toot or, you know?
Sometimes I get a toot,
Yeah,
but
okay.
yeah, today I didn't.
No.
No, I was in a
that-
convoy.
Well, next time you see Rhonda, give her a bloody toot for God's sake.
Yeah, go on, toot toot.
Toot toot.
Yeah.
Sound like you're on the train.
Oh, no, in the Chevy Ballet.
That's it. Okay, now what's it running in the car engine?
Oh, a 327 small block, I think.
Oh.
I don't know, really. I just drive it. I'm not really up to mechanicals. I think it's 320.
Well, it sounds like it sounds
Yeah, I don't know.
327 sounds right.
Yeah, small block.
So we'll say it's a 327 small block.
Thank you.
All right.
I hope you're going to cut this.
No, I'll probably cut the whole segment out, to be honest. Rhonda?
This was actually blue, and then it was painted for a Coca-Cola ad in the 70s.
Oh, that's very rare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, have you got a copy of the ad?
No, I haven't. I've searched for it, but I haven't actually located it yet.
Looked it on YouTube or anything like that?
Yes, I have. I've Googled and Googled.
So how'd you find that out?
The prior owner.
Told you?
Mm.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So it's got a bit of...
A lot of history.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it red.
Mm.
I think it would be better than blue.
Yeah. Oh, I think so too. It stands out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And what's in the interior? Because it's got beautiful interior too. Red with the white.
Red with the white.
Yeah. You're not going for the Swans, do you?
No, I don't follow football.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a car enthusiast now.
Oh, good. Good for you, Rhonda.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper. Love your Bel Air, and it is a beautiful red colour.
It is beautiful, yes.
Yeah. Enjoy your day here at the Bathurst for Brad's BBQ.
Thank you, Rusty.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Get her out of my heart.
Oh, Rusty, thanks for coming out and doing the show out at me Bathurst setup. Here's a beer for you, mate.
Well, I've been working pretty hard, Brad. I can tell you that now, mate. It's a beautiful day.
Tell you what.
Cheers. Cheers.
Mate.
Not bad either.
Yeah.
All right, so you got beer on tap. You've got the boys and the family and the kids.
Yeah.
Everyone's here. Great lot of cars, actually. Good variety of cars too.
There's a good couple of different cars there, yeah. There's a couple of new ones I haven't seen before. Well, they're not new, but they're new to me.
Yeah. Well, that's it. And you're going to end up watching some of the race today or not?
I might see something.
Yeah.
But I mean, we even went to Bathurst for 11 years. There was a couple of years there we didn't go to the track.
Yeah.
Until about Sunday sometime, but
Yeah.
that was early days when we were about 18 and stupid.
Look, I suppose the kicker of it is for you guys is to actually good to have some family and friends over, enjoy the company together.
Yeah.
And Bathurst is on the background. You can watch it, come and talk to some people, have a snag,
Yeah.
and enjoy a beautiful cold beer.
I will definitely be on the couch all day tomorrow watching it.
All right, mate. Well, I want to say thank you very much for being on Bumper to Bumper, and it's been great to see actually quite a great lot of cars, and your C10, mate, beautiful.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, no, it's been great having you here, and it's a good show. We watch it every week.
All right, mate. All the best, Brad, and keep on watching Bumper to Bumper, and keep on having your Bathurst barbecues, because that is grassroots TV.
Cheers, Rusty.
Cheers,
Been
mate.
good having you, mate.
All right.
Hey Al, would you like to hear a Rusty's rhyme?
I'd love to hear a Rusty's rhyme.
So would I. It's called Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater. Peter Peter Pumpkin Eater had a car with no heater. How do you like that one? Short and sharp?
It was okay.
Alright. Okay viewers, that's another episode of Bumper to Bumper, the classic car show that's all about
People,
power.
passion.
I'm Rusty.
I'm Alan.
Good night.
People, power and passion, you know that is our deal. So tune into our TV show with Rusty at the wheel. Oh yeah! Oh, come on, Rusty. Slip in behind the wheel. It's all gassed up, ready to go. My favorite show, my favorite time of the week.